First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now it's Hunt. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Watching that, Barney.
Now Allen off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll give it to Mixon. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I got him.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And Forbath will put this one through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game. You know, I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Steps away to his left. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. On fourth down, they snap it to Mariota. Being chased out left. Airing it out deep for Wood. He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Now Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he'll have to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On third down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable third down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
They run with Hunt. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. The linebacker.
Out on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense, but I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mariota from the gun on third down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, Mariota. Just keeping the play alive. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out come the Raiders. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd.
Zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Going for it on 4th down. Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it here with Hunt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Always got some breathing room. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Mariota. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here's Mariota. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Lucky 56. I got motion.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check. Over. Detroit.
A final shot before half for Allen. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. A half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And here's Allen. A final shot before break. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 35. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Handoff comes to Lynch. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, Lynch. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. On the handoff, Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jordan Hicks in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he's going to go down again. Doug